Hello, hello, I'm the official narrator. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today, we're looking at Girafarig and Farigiraf, which I gotta say, 10 out of 10 official name. I love that. It pays homage and respect to the original while still being different and unique. So the idea of that is really cool. As you can see down below, we have covered this video. Let's find out, when did we do it? It says July 3rd of 2020, so it's been about 4 years. So let's see how much the Google results have changed. At that time, we didn't have Farigiraf. Farigiraf wasn't born yet. I'm also really I don't know, dude. When I saw it, I was excited because I was like, I've been wanting to play with Girafarig on my team for a while. This was the perfect excuse. Annihilate was another one. I wanted to use Primeape on my team back in Gen 7, but I didn't. That was the perfect excuse. So that shit's been pretty good. I'm waiting for them to go ahead and just make a Mantine evolution. Mantine and Chimecho are two I've been wanting to use for a while. Let's watch them give me a perfect excuse. Real quick, making sure I don't forget, this video will be unlisted in the description below in case you want to view the original. Other words, we're here to redo it and see what the differences are. I honestly can't decide if I want Ranker to go away or if I should just be grateful that they exist, so this way I have something to look at and to make fun of. Because I am so tired of them not even trying and being lazy. Why is Fubuki there? What does that have to do with Brain Giraffe? Nothing! Alright, we gotta scroll. Literally all of these are terrible, and I would have completely skipped over all of Ranker if it weren't for me shouting about Fubuki. Like, there's not a fucking thing on here that's even worth a shit. Why? Seriously, can somebody from Ranker reach out? Tell me, do you guys pay attention to your site? Because it doesn't feel like you fucking do. Do I have to pay somebody to moderate your site for you? Because clearly you guys aren't. So, Farigiraf is one where, although I feel like you could maybe make arguments as to why certain nicknames could stay, I feel like its design is different enough to where you could invalidate Girafarig nicknames and be like, that doesn't fit anymore. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how to personally feel. Two-Face is what I named my Girafarig. When I did my Paldean playthrough and I used Farigiraf, I still named it Two-Face because technically it still has two heads, it has two faces. But it is a different kind of thing, so that's where I'm unsure how to feel. I mean, the Pokedex even refers to it as two brains now in sync, so you could still argue that. I don't have a problem with Two-Face. I just feel like if somebody said that doesn't work anymore, I would agree with you. I'm only highlighting this one because it got a reaction on me. What the fuck kind of nickname choice is that? Holy shit, dude. Alright, so I don't want to steal the thunder from the original comment that I saw because technically this guy posted it right down here. So I want to give this credit first. But I actually agree that I think Toys R Us is superior to Jeffrey, because Jeffrey is just the name of some stupid asshole. Toys R Us is the name of the fucking establishment, you know? It's like you don't call fucking Hisui and Zoroark Chip for Cookie Crisp, you call it Cookie Crisp. Because that's obvious! Jeffrey's just some dumbass. But honestly, I don't even remember fucking Toys R Us having a mascot. I don't know, for me that was a long time ago. I definitely remember that logo up there and the little star. That stands out to me, without a doubt. But I don't remember a fucking giraffe. Alright, so this is how my brain works. I will see a thing, think of a thing, it'll jump to another subject and another subject, and then I'll come to this conclusion. And it'll seem completely unrelated at all. But there is a reason, because I just don't announce every single chain connection. So when I see hoodie, I understand it, because you get it, it's got the hood on, right? You could also, I suppose, use it for Scrafty. I saw hoodie, I thought of the song Nero Forte by Slipknot, where he says the lyrics, "Fists clenched tight in the pockets of my hoodie." And I was like, oh, name it Nero Forte. I actually really like that song. I think it's great. Do I think that's a good choice for Girafarig? No. But I just want to explain how my stupid ass brain works. Alright, I'm only highlighting this one because it's the third time I've seen it. The very first time I saw it, the dude was like, yeah, this name sucks. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I also was 8 years old once. So, race car, do you get it? It's a palindrome. In the original Girafarig video, I talk about how palindromes were a theme, I didn't watch the episode. I don't really feel the need to. I just look at the end. I feel like the name Girafarig and Farigiraf work as palindromes, and that's great. But I don't know if a palindrome nickname is gonna possibly top Girafarig or Farigiraf. Does that make sense? You can do it, but you can't outdo it. I'm only highlighting this one because we saw, what was it? There was something recently where it was like, I think it was Flamigo, where it was Animal Crossing. Flora? Yeah, that sounds right. And again, I don't have a problem with Animal Crossing references. I just think they would be better if they just weren't named after some bitch in your math class. That's it. One of the rules of the channel is, don't name it after real humans. If you're gonna do it, do a first and last name. Do Tom Hanks, don't do Tom. I might be crazy, but I think the results on Google just shifted because I clicked on Ranker a second time. And I swore this was the first link and this was the second, but now it says you visit often. This is one I talk about at the end of the Girafarig episode. I mentioned Jekyll and Hyde. That one's kind of an easy, obvious one. And upon reading that and thinking about it, I also thought about the idea of Eminem and Slim Shady. Of course, that's not going to necessarily fit. But if you could think of a way of doing it, that'd be kind of cool. Don't just call it Harvey, call it Harvey Dent. Bonnie and Clyde was another one I mentioned at the end of the Girafarig episode. Apparently, I guess this Reddit thread was the only good ideas, I guess. Think Twice is actually quite clever. I wouldn't use that, but I like that. That's a clever one. Double Header is another one where I'm like, alright, there's another original one, but I don't like that one as much. Think Twice works extra well because the two heads plus the fact that it's a psychic type. Yes, I'm on Pokemon.net, but this is only one page, so why the fuck not? Backtalk, I don't necessarily mind that one. That's not a bad one. That's a nice little pun off of the fact that its butt is there, but then once it evolves into Farigiraf, that one kind of gets lost. Bisexual is something else. I like Ben and Jerry. That one's not bad. I guess with this in mind, you could also maybe consider what other Pokemon are like duplicates. Of course, Volby, Illumise, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Plusulminen, Latios, Latias. Scovillain is technically two-headed. Doduo, but that evolves into Dodrio. Zweilous, but that evolves into Hydreigon. I don't know. Oh, Mousehold, maybe? It might give you some ideas. Just other relevant Pokemon to think about that come in pairs. Spooky. Okay, well that's that. That's the bottom. I guess I can take a little scroll through Girafarig, but I'm gonna be honest and say I don't expect too much considering Pokemon.net's here. I'm gonna ignore the Tumblr idiot, and we already saw the Reddit thread up here. We will go ahead and take a look at the, well, this was it. It was just the one comment there, so it's not even worth highlighting there. I mean, we already talked about it. It was a good idea. I'm not sure what's going on with Google Drive. I guess I'm gonna have to play with it later, but it's still not loading for me. I'm going to say take a look at the original Girafarig episode in the description below and see what the spreadsheet says there. But I guess we'll give a small little peek to Girafarig. I will look, but I will stop whenever I decide. Let's see, now just look at how different Ranker is. First off, let me go ahead and just scroll all the way to the bottom. It's only 26. Only 26. That's it. They're not force-feeding 50. The first one's fucking relevant. Melman was what I was thinking about while on Ranker because of Madagascar. Do I think that's a great name? Particularly no. But I can say that it's such a fucking weird-ass name that you're not going to see it anywhere else, so why not? I also saw Hannah a bunch, and I get it. That's an actual palindrome that makes sense and works. But again, I knew a Hannah. Trainer who owned Girafarig and Sirius named it Cherry. Okay, well that's neat to know. We do like to acknowledge canon nicknames. Let me go ahead and check these other things. Alright, well that's that as far as Girafarig. I just kind of controlled F these last few, and that was about it. I don't really know how to summarize the video, if I'm honest. But I mean, I gave out some recommendations. We saw some stuff that I thought was pretty decent. Toys R Us was one I kind of slept on because I just don't remember it having a mascot, and Jeffrey is a terrible name for a fucking Pokemon. I want to go over the comments first. Okay, I'm not even gonna fucking try and pronounce that, but I think maybe that'd be a better choice on Tatsugiri, because Tatsugiri goes in mouth of big fish. Not sure how we ended up over here on Farigiraf. I mean, I guess I understand because inside mouth, but maybe putting that on Tatsugiri is a little bit better. Lion's Guard reference. I've never even heard that before. Nelly the Farigiraf. It's Looney Tunes reference in a short called Nelly's Folly. Okay, cool. Well, that's that. Two-Face is, again, what I personally use, but as I was going through it and debating the moral dilemma of should I even be allowed to use Two-Face anymore, I thought about Pez. So that was kind of like my backup idea. I'm like, if I change this Girafarig's nickname, I feel like I should name it Pez, because long neck. And if Pokemon wants to go ahead and make like a Farigiraf Pez dispenser and pay me royalties, I'm here for it. I also need a complimentary Farigiraf Pez dispenser. I think that would be appropriate. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let us know what you'd use or recommend. If I see a Farigiraf Pez dispenser and I'm not being paid and it's not in my possession, I will sue you, Nintendo! I have timestamps on when this was recorded and when this is uploaded, so I'll be watching you.